Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to stand here today and talk about something that separates good businesses from unforgettable ones: long-term client loyalty. If you're here to build a business that not only survives but thrives for decades, this conversation isn't optional, it's essential. Let's start with a truth. Client loyalty isn't built through one big win, it's built brick by brick, through daily intentional actions. I've worked with businesses that spend tens of thousands on ads, only to lose the clients they attract because their focus ends at the point of sale. That's not loyalty, that's short-term thinking. Long-term loyalty is rooted in deep relationships, not just transactions. It's not just about the product or the service, it's about the experience, the communication, the follow-up, and the values you carry every single time a client interacts with your brand. Here's what I've learned: loyalty is emotional. People stay loyal to how you make them feel. Do they feel seen, heard, cared for? Do you go beyond just solving their problem? Do you anticipate it? Do you elevate them, educate them, empower them? Every time your client connects with your brand, it's either a deposit or a withdrawal in the loyalty bank. Your consistency, your communication, and your ability to over-deliver in moments that matter. That's what keeps people coming back. You don't need more gimmicks. You need more follow-through. You need more genuine care, and it starts with your team. You can't deliver loyalty externally if you're chaotic internally. When your team is aligned, when they understand the mission and live your values, they create extraordinary client experiences naturally. That's what becomes unforgettable. That's what builds loyalty. Loyalty doesn't mean clients never leave. It means even when they do, they remember you, they refer you, they trust you again when the need arises. That's the kind of legacy business you want to build. So ask yourself, are you chasing conversions or are you creating relationships? Are you talking at your clients or with them? Because the real secret to long-term client loyalty is no secret at all. It's being human, being excellent, and showing up consistently. Client loyalty is earned, not given. It's a direct result of consistent value and emotional connection. Too often in business, people assume that because someone buys once, they'll buy again. That's a dangerous mindset. Loyalty doesn't come from a transaction. It comes from transformation. It's what happens after the sale that determines whether a customer will stick with you or go find someone else. Businesses that thrive long-term know that loyalty isn't about tricks or rewards points. It's about trust, and trust is built through consistent action, meaningful communication, and genuine care. When a client first engages with your business, they're often unsure. Maybe they've tried someone else and been disappointed. Maybe they don't trust easily. Maybe they're already comparing you to 5 other brands. So your job isn't just to deliver what you promised. It's to deliver more than they expected, with clarity, kindness, and a level of attentiveness they didn't even know they needed. That's where the relationship starts to form. Not because you wowed them with a low price, but because you made them feel like they matter. And once someone feels that, they remember it. Now let's talk about consistency. Consistency is the glue that holds loyalty together. You cannot create emotional connection with your clients if you show up one day with excellence and the next with excuses. They need to know that when they come to you, they're going to get the same high-level experience every single time. It's not enough to be excellent once. You have to be excellent always. That means your systems, your team, your customer service, your follow-up. All of it has to be intentionally designed to deliver excellence over and over again. People trust patterns, not promises. If your pattern is inconsistency, they'll eventually walk away. If your pattern is reliability, they'll stay, even when other options show up. Let's be clear, consistent value doesn't just mean delivering a good product. It means adding something extra that shows you understand your clients deeply. It could be a handwritten thank you note. It could be remembering their child's name. It could be a check-in email after a project is done. These small human touches go a long way. They remind people that behind the business is a real person who cares. Emotional connection is built in these moments. You're not just solving a problem, you're building a bond. You're moving from vendor to trusted partner. And once someone sees you that way, they don't compare you based on price. They stay because of trust. Here's where most businesses get it wrong. They try to automate loyalty. They throw people into funnels, send mass emails, and call it a relationship. But loyalty doesn't scale that way. Loyalty grows from intentional personalization. It grows from the moments that feel unique. And yes, that takes effort. Yes, it takes time, but the return is massive. Loyal clients don't just buy again. They refer, they defend your brand, and they become your best marketers. And all of that starts with consistent value and emotional connection. So if you want to earn loyalty, show up every day like your reputation depends on it, because it does. Create systems that guarantee excellence, not just once, but across every client touchpoint. Build teams that understand your clients aren't just numbers. They're real people with real needs. And most importantly, lead with heart. When people feel that you genuinely care, they won't just stay. They'll stick with you through competition, through mistakes, and through change. That's not luck. That's earned. That's the real foundation of long-term client loyalty. Loyal clients are not just repeat buyers. They are brand ambassadors who fuel sustainable growth. In business, it's easy to chase new leads, pour money into advertising, and forget the gold mine sitting right in front of us, our existing clients. The ones who already trusted us once, the ones who had a positive experience. The truth is, if you build deep enough relationships, your clients don't just buy again. They sell for you. They tell their friends. They defend you on social media. They share your content. And they do it not because you asked them to, but because they believe in you. That's the difference between a repeat client and a loyal one. One brings back revenue, the other brings growth. Think about the power of a single loyal client. They may spend with you 5, 10, 20 times more than a first-time customer ever will. But it doesn't stop there. When they believe in your business, they become an extension of your sales force, completely unpaid but incredibly effective. Word of mouth is still the most powerful marketing tool in the world, and it comes directly from loyal clients. Not the ones who were satisfied, the ones who were impressed, the ones who were emotionally connected, the ones who felt valued. Loyalty also impacts your brand perception. A client who continues to return sends a message to the market. This business is worth sticking with. That creates social proof. It makes new leads more confident. It reduces skepticism. It increases conversion. If people see others consistently choosing you, they're more likely to trust you. That's the invisible marketing effect of loyalty, and it's more powerful than any ad campaign. Your loyal clients are doing the credibility, building work on your behalf. But here's what most business owners forget. Loyalty isn't just about retention, it's about elevation. It's about moving your clients from users to advocates. And to do that, you need to give them something worth advocating for, not just great service, but great alignment. Clients become brand ambassadors when your values match theirs, when your mission becomes their mission. When they don't just love what you sell, they love what you stand for. That level of connection doesn't happen by accident. It happens through storytelling, through clarity, through transparency, through moments where your clients feel like they're part of something bigger than just a purchase. You also need to make it easy for loyal clients to advocate for you. Are you asking them to leave reviews? Are you giving them ways to share your message? Are you rewarding referrals, not because they need a discount to speak well of you, but because it shows that you're paying attention? You're recognizing their loyalty and you're making space for it to grow. The best businesses don't just appreciate loyalty, they amplify it. And here's the real magic. When your clients become your marketers, your cost of acquisition drops, your lead quality rises, and your business becomes more scalable. You no longer have to rely on chasing every new lead because your community brings them to you. That's what sustainable growth looks like. It's not just about how many people you can reach, it's about how many people are willing to reach others for you. So the next time you're tempted to focus only on what's new, remember that loyalty multiplies. Every client who believes in your business is a bridge to 10 more, but you only earn that when you go beyond service and create true connection. Don't just sell serve, don't just satisfy surprise. That's how you turn clients into ambassadors. That's how you stop chasing growth and start attracting it. The way you treat your clients after the sale matters more than how you marketed to them. In business, too much attention is placed on getting the customer through the door. We pour hours into branding, ads, sales pitches, and conversion strategies. But what happens once the deal is closed? That's where most companies lose momentum. But the reality is, the post-sale experience is where client loyalty is built or broken. Anyone can impress with a flashy offer or a compelling sales call. But the businesses that truly stand out are the ones who continue to show up after the contract is signed, the payment is made, and the service is delivered. This is where long-term value is created. Clients don't remember everything you say before they sign. They remember how you make them feel afterward. Were you present? Did you check in? Did you care about their results, not just the revenue? The emotional connection deepens not during the sales process, but during the fulfillment process. That's where trust is either solidified or shattered. And that's why smart leaders invest just as much in their client success systems as they do in their lead generation efforts. One of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make is thinking that once the sale is complete, their job is done. But actually, it's just beginning. That's where the real opportunity lies, to exceed expectations, to build relationships, to turn satisfaction into loyalty. The post-sale phase should be packed with follow-up, feedback, and fulfillment at a level that surprises the client in the best way. It should feel like, wow, they didn't just deliver, they cared. Whether it's a service-based business or a product-based brand, the principle is the same. The touchpoints you create after the sale will either push the client closer to you or drive them away quietly. That could look like a simple thank you message, a personalized email checking in on how things are going, a proactive offer of help, a piece of content designed just for them. These things don't take massive effort, but they take intention, and the most loyal clients are those who experience intentional care. You also have to consider the role of problem solving after the sale. Mistakes happen, delays occur, but what sets you apart is how you handle those moments. Do you go silent, or do you step in and lead with transparency? The truth is, clients don't leave because of issues. They leave because of how you respond to them. If your post-sale culture is about ownership, solutions, and keeping clients in the loop, you'll be remembered as a business that leads with integrity. And that's incredibly rare. That's why it's so powerful. A huge part of post-sale success also comes from education. Are you helping your clients maximize the value of what they purchased? Are you walking them through how to use the product, how to apply the strategy, how to win with what you gave them? When you do this, they don't just see you as a vendor, they see you as a partner in their journey. And that's where the relationship deepens. That's where repeat business becomes inevitable. So yes, marketing is important, but it's the experience after the marketing that makes people stay. That's where loyalty is nurtured. That's where referrals begin. That's where your reputation is built, one client at a time. You don't get remembered for a great pitch. You get remembered for how you made someone feel when they were your client. Your follow-through, your care, your ability to show up when it's no longer about the sale, but about service. That's the business advantage no one can copy. And that's the reason the most successful brands focus not only on closing deals, but on opening relationships. Because that's how you build a business that lasts. Building loyalty means building trust. And trust comes from transparency, accountability, and human connection. In business, many people think loyalty is a result of discounts, rewards programs, or clever branding, but real loyalty runs deeper. It's emotional, it's relational, and at the heart of every lasting business. Client relationship is trust. Without trust, there is no loyalty, just temporary convenience. Clients might come to you once or twice, but if they don't feel a foundation of reliability and honesty, they won't stay. They'll move on the moment a slightly better offer shows up. That's the danger of a transaction-based mindset. But when trust is present, something shifts. Clients don't just stay, they commit. Trust starts with transparency. Clients want to know who they're working with. They want to understand your values, your process, your policies. They want clarity, and clarity builds confidence. When your communication is honest, even when it's uncomfortable, clients take notice. If there's a delay, tell them. If something didn't go as planned, own it. When you communicate with transparency, you show clients that they can depend on you, not just when things are perfect, but especially when they aren't. That's what makes you trustworthy. You don't hide, you show up, you explain, and you lead. That builds a different kind of bond, one rooted not in perfection, but in integrity. Accountability is the second pillar. It means doing what you say you're going to do every time. It means keeping promises, honoring timelines, and delivering results. But it also means owning mistakes when they happen and fixing them fast. Clients know that no one is perfect. What they're watching is how you respond. Do you deflect blame or take responsibility? Do you offer solutions or excuses? If your culture is built on accountability, clients feel safe with you. They know that even if things don't go perfectly, you won't abandon them. You'll show up, you'll fix it, you'll care. That kind of reliability is rare, and that's exactly why it builds loyalty. And then there's human connection. In a world of automation, templates, and AI-generated responses, human interaction has become a competitive advantage. People crave it. Your clients want to feel like more than a number. They want to feel understood, respected, and valued. The little things matter, like using their name, asking how they're doing, remembering something about their last interaction. These aren't tricks. They're signs of genuine connection. They say, I see you, you matter. And when people feel that, they don't want to leave. They stay because you've given them more than a service. You've given them a relationship. Human connection also creates space for empathy. When a client is frustrated or struggling, and you respond with understanding rather than defensiveness, it de-escalates tension and builds trust. It says, you're not just a transaction. I care about your experience. That kind of emotional intelligence creates loyalty that lasts. It turns challenges into opportunities to deepen the relationship. It turns problems into proof that your brand is dependable. All of this requires intentionality. Trust doesn't happen by accident. It's built one interaction at a time, through clear communication, through showing up consistently, through listening deeply, through handling problems with grace, through celebrating wins together, through being exactly who you say you are, even when no one is watching. When that kind of trust is established, clients begin to refer you without being asked. They defend you in conversations. They stick with you when your prices go up or when new competitors enter the market. Why? Because they trust you, and when people trust you, they don't want to start over with someone else. They've already found what they need, so if you want loyal clients, focus on trust first. Build a culture where transparency is normal, accountability is expected, and human connection is everything. Because in the end, loyalty isn't bought, it's earned, and trust is the currency that earns it. ChatGPT said, long-term loyalty starts internally, with aligned teams delivering extraordinary client experiences every single time. Many businesses think that client loyalty is purely a result of marketing strategies or product quality, but the truth is, loyalty is born inside your organization before it ever shows up in client behavior. When a team is disconnected, misaligned, or disengaged, it shows. Clients can feel it. They sense the gaps in communication. They experience the inconsistent service. They pick up on the confusion, the delays, and the lack of ownership. And eventually, they walk away, not because your offer wasn't good, but because the experience didn't match the promise. That's why building a loyal client base begins with building an empowered, unified, and accountable team. Every member of your team, whether they interact directly with clients or not, plays a role in shaping the customer experience. When a client calls and is greeted by someone who is distracted or untrained, that moment becomes their impression of your entire brand. When a question is answered with uncertainty, when a timeline is missed without explanation, or when one department doesn't communicate with another, the client suffers, and when that happens repeatedly, they stop trusting you. Not because of one big failure, but because of small, consistent disappointments. Loyalty erodes through neglect, and most of that neglect happens inside the business before it ever touches the client. That's why alignment matters. Teams that are aligned around mission, values, and standards create seamless, powerful client experiences. They don't just know what to do, they understand why it matters. They know that every email, every update, every conversation is an opportunity to build or break trust, and they take that responsibility seriously. But alignment doesn't happen by luck. It happens through clear leadership, intentional training, and a culture of ownership. Leaders have to define what excellence looks like, communicate it relentlessly, and model it consistently. When that becomes the norm, team members stop working in silos and start working in sync. And when that happens, clients feel the difference. Extraordinary client experiences don't require extraordinary budgets. They require extraordinary focus. A team that understands what the client needs and is empowered to deliver it is the most valuable asset in any business. Whether it's remembering a client's name, following up without being asked, or going the extra mile to solve a problem, it's the people behind the scenes that create the moments clients remember. When your team feels seen, supported, and aligned, they naturally take better care of your clients. Why? Because internal culture always reflects outward. Accountability is a huge part of this. If your team doesn't take ownership, client experiences will always be hit or miss. There has to be a culture where excellence is expected, feedback is welcomed, and mistakes are addressed, not ignored. Teams that are afraid to be honest or too disconnected to collaborate won't create consistent experiences. But teams that are committed to the mission and to each other will. That kind of alignment is magnetic. Clients feel it, they're drawn to it, and they stay because it creates reliability they can't find anywhere else. You also have to celebrate the wins. When a team delivers a great client experience, talk about it. Share the story, make it part of your culture. When people are recognized for creating loyalty, they're more likely to do it again, and others are more likely to follow their lead. It becomes a cycle of excellence that sustains itself. So, if you want loyalty that lasts, stop looking at your marketing and start looking at your team. Ask yourself, is everyone here clear on what matters? Are we united? Are we creating consistent, meaningful, memorable experiences together? Because when your team is aligned, empowered, and committed to delivering excellence, your clients will feel it, and they'll never want to leave.